Good morning, everybody. Couple minutes late here. It's the Making Comics live stream. Getting my channel set up. Live on Instagram. Well, now we're live on Instagram. Good morning, everybody. This is the VeeFriends Making Comics live stream. I am your host for the next 90 minutes. DJ, this is me. Cheers, everybody. And we're going to be drawing some comics, drawing some stuff today, talking about a lot of different stuff. Let's get the... Okay, cool. Got all my chats open. Getting all this set up. We'll take some behind the scenes stuff here in a second. Okay, chats are up. Good morning, everybody. Actually, I can't see my live chat. There we are on YouTube. Great. Good morning, Alana. Good morning, Santa. What's up? Santa Claus. It's the real Santa. Anyways, this is the Making Comics stream. I am DJ Kaufman, the director of comics here at VeeFriends. VeeFriends is created by Gary Vaynerchuk. Over 250 characters created by Gary. There's like 280. Something 280 plus. Anyways, created by Gary V. Hence the name V and VeeFriends. We've got the VeeFriends cartoon season 1 is out there on YouTube Kids. Great for kids under 10, also adults. We've got the trading card game and the trading cards, and Topps Chrome coming out real soon, May 7th. He's been sneak peeking that. Lots of art in there. The manga cards drawn by Chris Faison of the comics team. You're going to be seeing a lot of those. I'm super proud to see those and be a part of that. And I have some cards in there as well. Maybe you'll see soon. Let's see. So we've also got the trading card game. And we've got the VeeFriends minis. This is always a reminder for myself to set my timer. And let's just go ahead and open one. First person in the chats that I see that tells me the color to open. I'm going to, first color I see, I'm going to open. So tell me a color in the chat. I'm looking. I'm going to allow some time. I remember when he was drawing some himself. That's right. Purple. All right, Santa Claus. Purple. Purple always wins. B Lang, almost. You almost got the red. The orange. All right, let's open this up. This is the pencil topper for the day. Then I'm going to get into some drawing. We're going to talk about the Sunday comics and all that stuff. It's going to be great. Purple, purple, purple. All right. Yes, B. Lang. Gary drew every single character first. He created these characters. The stories live in his brain. We pluck out. I got a Fearless Fairy bubblegum, by the way. I can get really close with that. There we go. I'm always looking for the detailed ones. These are the VeeFriends vending machines. If you're interested in VeeFriends vending, just Google it. VeeFriends vending, do it. We've got the VeeFriends comic books coming out real soon, guys. We're so close. We've got the comic books coming real soon. I keep saying it, but man, it's coming very soon. Issue 2's at the printer right now. I got the proofs for issue 2. They look great. I'm not going to show them on screen. I'm doing these streams at least Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8 a.m. We're also doing the drawing board on whatnot on Thursday. I'm just getting these plugs out of the way while we get people cycling in here. And of course, I'm working on the newspaper strip. So we've got the comic strip in newspapers across the country. 72 different newspapers. I just love this photo. This kid reading comics, because that's how I started drawing comics when I was about his age or so. I started tracing comic strips in the newspaper. That's how I learned to draw. Really, Garfield, all that stuff. Okay. Let's get in. I'm not going to show you. Yeah, so the Sunday comics look like this. If you haven't seen, they're bigger. They're bigger versions of our strips. You might be able to catch them on X, on Twitter. People post them. But if you want to get a paper version, you've got to go to lee.net/markets and find the paper near you. v.net/markets. Okay. Fearless Fairy, Empathy Elephant. Santa says he's got a newspaper subscription at his friend's house, 7 hours away from Council Bluffs, Iowa, so I can just get my VeeFriends Sunday comics. Yeah, people are collecting those. Really humbled by that. Thanks for doing that. Also supporting our friends in local news. What if I gotta show you that? How do I show this without showing this without? We've got this weekend's. This is all done, by the way. It's all finished. This weekend's comic strip features are very, 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 very lucky black cat, and it's all about, that feeling of, oh no, a black cat. Look, we've got Bare Minimum Bob showing up in the Sunday comic for the first time, making his debut. Our Bare Minimum friend. So look for that this weekend. I'm done with that one. We're going to move on to the next one. We also had this past Sunday Flexing Fox in the comic strip. I love that. I made that into a sticker on my phone. Braden, thanks for coming in and saying hello in the chat on YouTube. We're live on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. Follow us at VeeFriends Comics on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. Great. Let's get into some drawing now. Shut up. Shut up, DJ. Get some drawing, pencil moving. Enough chatter, enough talk. All right, so for my warm-up today, I have a concept for a strip that came up, and Gary hasn't even heard it yet, but I know he's going to dig it. So it's about spring cleaning, because, spring, thank goodness spring is here. We're going to do rough. No. Rough pencil. That should work. Oh, yeah. So you see here, I've got my blank template. I'm just going to go ahead and sketch directly on this. I can turn this off. This is a little confusing to look at. We're on a roughs layer. And the idea is spring cleaning. So for my warm-up today, I'm just going to work on some like key visuals, let's say. So I'm just doing some, this is how I warm up. You see, I'm just doing some scribbles to get my hand loose. I kind of want some key visuals for for the comic strip is maybe like cynical cat holding like a cleaning bottle, so of some kind, but I want the label to be very much in view. So maybe it's like a large bottle. So I'm just working on the the composition for what that looks like. We want a label on the bottle, maybe his hand here. We always have to have his cancel symbol viewable. Cynical cat. So spring cleaning, but not what you think. Spring cleaning in the sense of not just cleaning your house, but cleaning your house. You know what I mean? Like cleaning out your brain, cleaning out the negativity from your brain, sort of thing. That's kind of the angle I'm going for. So there's a pose. I'm going to work on that pose. Let's have optimistic otter looking, ottery, I guess. And I'm just doing these are just basically called, well, some people call them thumbnails, some people call them, composition sketches. He's going to have like a list, like a checklist for cleaning in his hand here and pointing to it. I've gotten pretty good at drawing these characters from memory. I'd also like to, so as we're talking here, if you're familiar with VeeFriends, if you're not familiar with VeeFriends, email me. If you're new to VeeFriends, email me at comics@veefriends.com. We'd love to send you something. email at comics@VeeFriends.com. If you're familiar with VeeFriends, what you can help me with here in the stream today is, so the topic is spring cleaning your life, maybe getting rid of negative friends, stuff like that. So I'd like a couple guest stars of VeeFriends in the comic strip that are not Cynical Cat and Optimistic Otter. So suggest some characters. I was thinking like Helpful Hippo. I don't know. So look through the VeeFriends website. Try to find somebody that you think would help the friends organize their life, or clean out their negativity of their life. I think would be good to do. But I'm just going to work on these key visuals here. There's a couple poses. I'm just going to, so it's not boring, I'm going to blow these poses up as big as possible. We're just going to start with these two, probably about that big. Now they're pretty large on these, what would be panels, but that's okay. I'm going to fade that out. Also, it's a little confusing to see those grids, so let's just get rid of that. And then on top of that layer, I'll start working on, the actual molding of the character themselves. Good morning today in space. What's everyone drinking this morning? I am drinking the hard stuff. No, I'm drinking Highlander cream from Presto George in Pittsburgh. Shout out Presto George. Strip District. They roast the coffee there. It's great. Best coffee in Pittsburgh. Perspective Penguin? No, it's let's see. Well, penguin, pigeon, perspective pigeon, yeah. That's what you mean. Okay, so tell me, I'll look up and see the VeeFriends, but think of VeeFriends that would help you clean up your life, like cleaning up, spring cleaning. Spring cleaning is the topic, and not just cleaning up your house, but maybe your life, like cleaning out those negative friends or those negative thoughts kind of thing, the cobwebs of your mind. So here I'm just going to make this spray bottle up out of my head. It's part of cartooning. Difference between cartooning and illustration is, a lot of times you're looking at reference. Cartoonists can kind of make stuff up out of their brain. So I need a cleaning bottle, and the cleaning label will have something funny on it, like Straight Truth spray or something like that. I don't know. Maybe he's got one of these old trigger things. Little trigger. So yeah, I'm looking for, if you want to help with this one, come up with some characters and how they might help. So look through VeeFriends.com, look through the character section. Here, I'll show you real quick, just so you know. VeeFriends.com. Up here we've got characters. If you click the characters, there's alphabetical order. You might just go through and brainstorm and go, oh, I don't know. How would Kingfisher help? Or maybe not. There's usually some sort of trait that would be very helpful. So Helpful Hippo, I know, yeah, that's pretty easy. But look through this. If there's a character you'd like to see in the comic strip, I might suggest them as a character in the comic. Gary will have the final say, but he might suggest something totally different. But this was one that just kind of popped up in my brain the last couple days as I was working, I want to do it for spring cleaning. Spring cleaning the negativity out of your life. We have Hustling Hamster, Considerate Cowboy, I like. That topic of cleaning out people, cleaning out people from your life is kind of fun. Because, you still love your family and stuff, but if they're negative, how do you limit your interactions with them? You don't have to totally cut people out of your family, unless they're total jerks. But you might love someone and still be like, man, I cannot hang out with you. Spring cleaning. Reason if you'd be helpful is because if you're cleaning out your life, you need a different perspective. I just used perspective pigeon though. I mean, he could come back. Samina Malik, did you get my... Was it the t-shirt artwork, Samina? The cat? The cynical cat? Is that what you're talking about? Your name might be different on the email. Did get that, but remember the first email I sent. So I think if it's Samina, yeah. Yeah, we got that. So remember the first email I sent though. So I said, we're going to have Gary wear that. Gary said he'd wear the shirt that her son drew. But I said also, before we have him wear the shirt, make sure your son draws some of his own artwork on shirts. So that if we link to the site, maybe his own, maybe some of the people would buy some of his shirts too. So tell him not to be shy. But yeah, in a couple weeks we'll let you know whenever. But just remember, it's an opportunity to, get some of his own characters or something out there. Or another VeeFriend if he wants, but I would say draw some of your own stuff if you can. Oh, cool. He has 3 designs up already. All right, great. Yeah, I have to order the shirt for Gary, and then I'll see him. Probably might be good to take it with us for... we've got a comics summit coming up, so maybe I'll take it to the comics summit. We can film some fun content there. But yeah, he said he would wear it, and I'm sure the team will link your son's shop, and away you go. Cool. I don't know if this will be his face, this pose, but I'm just gonna stick with it for now. Like, he's looking shocked right now. Like maybe Cynical Cat doesn't want it clean. Yeah, for sure. We've got a lot of parents that watch the stream, and their kids are getting into drawing and stuff like that. And boy, I really appreciate that. Appreciate parents supporting their kids with art. It's very healthy. It's also healthy for adults to do. It's a good, therapeutic almost. There's art therapy and stuff like that. And it's definitely true. I just want to say Optimistic Otter will mess you up with those claws he's got. He's got some claws. Don't mess with the otter man. The Otterman. See, this is where ideas come from. Yeah, so the topic of the strip that I'm kind of ideating right now, I have spring cleaning edition. So they're cleaning up their office, they're cleaning up their life. Mostly it's about cleaning up your life, because when you think of spring cleaning, you think about cleaning out the attic, or man, I need to clean my office real bad. It's really bad. But you don't usually clean up your friends list or clean up your attitude. Clean up your attitude, Cynical Cat. Can I repeat where we can read the comics, watch the cartoons? Sure. At VeeFriends Comics on YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. Also on VeeFriends.com. If you go to VeeFriends.com and you want to read more comics, we've got comics here. If you click the comics tab, watch what happens here. Look at this. You see these blank boxes that say comic books coming soon? You're going to be able to read all of our comic books for free, but also collect them. So This comic book will go right there. It's going to go pew, right there, right there. It's going to be great. It's coming soon. But you can also read the full archive of comic strips here on the website. And then on YouTube, there's VeeFriends Cartoons as well. So VeeFriends Cartoons is... Where is it? VeeFriends Cartoons. If you Google VeeFriends Cartoons on YouTube, there's a whole season, 20 episodes of this crew here. This is great for kids 10 and under. Also great for all ages, really, to be honest. But, you know, it moves really fast. So if you're an old person like me, it moves very fast. These youngsters these days love to watch everything on double speed. But I like to take it slow and, you know, I like to absorb my storytelling. All right, what do we got? Back to this. Thanks for watching over there on Instagram. We're live on Instagram, TikTok. D. Coleman always hanging out over on TikTok. Holding it down over there. Good morning, sir. Over on X, we got Scotty Rude watching in. Alana, Alex. Today in Space is over on YouTube. We got quite a community building up around the streams. Appreciate you guys watching, checking in, just saying hello. I don't expect you to watch the full 90 minutes. Some people do. One person told me they watched the whole 4-hour mega stream I did. Listen, you got things to do. 4 hours dedicated to watching me ramble. You should get moving on something. You know, you should be doing something. But no, I appreciate you watching. So he doesn't have like a dome head like that. He's got more of a... I guess I gotta make his eyes a little bit bigger. I'm not paying attention while I'm talking and yammering here. Make his eyes a little bigger. The bigger the better with the optimistic otter, you know? He's got big eyes. He's a big eyes soaking in all that positivity. You know. Would it be fun to draw like a toxic positivity otter? Like he goes too far and suddenly he's just like like too much. Is there such a thing? I don't know. Probably. I see a lot. I'm seeing that word a lot. Toxic. Like I saw toxic empathy on our... I've never heard of toxic empathy. I feel like we made it up. I don't know how it's true. I don't know how it's possible to have toxic empathy. I think that would be just false, you know? The U.S. time change is catching me out. Yeah, must too. What do we got, like 2 weeks difference from us in the UK? Or us in the EU? When I used to work in Germany, there was always this 2-week weird period where all my meetings would be off. Alright, we got the optimistic one. He's got kind of like a weird tail. Doesn't always have to be the same. I stick to a model pretty much whenever I draw it. I can change the pose I mean is what I'm saying. You know? And his whiskers kind of do this kind of deal. He has 4. And Cat's whiskers kind of, you know, just kind of go up 3. Sometimes I forget the whiskers. Did I forget the whiskers on this comic? I swear to... No, I didn't. Alright. Got him. It's been a mindful thing because I forgot the whiskers once in a comic strip, and one of the people was like, "Hey, you forgot the whiskers," and I'm like, "Oh man, DJ, come on, bro." Let's see. So empathetic that someone near them can't be apathetic equals so empathetic that someone near them can't be apathetic equals toxic empathy. I don't know. I guess we do kind of explain it on our socials there. Feels like Romper Room, this stream. If I go, I remember Romper Room at. If I go, I see Inna, and I see Nick, and Corso's in the chat. Hello, Corso. Good morning, Corso. We got Steve in Ireland. He's in the chat. Today in Space. I also see you. She had the little magic mirror. Romper Room. I remember Romper Room because Romper Room was on before, the good shows that would come on. My dad would get up in the morning and, uh-oh, what did I do? What kind of finger move was that? Whoa. Let's get back here. Wow. The gesture I did just exploded everything. Yeah, I remember Romper Room when I was in kindergarten or so. Boy, I probably could remember the Romper Room song if I really focused on it. But my dad would be getting up for work at like 4 in the morning or something like that. And sometimes I'd get up with him, and there was like Romper Room and Mr. Ed, reruns of Mr. Ed, and then Romper Room would come on. What else? Captain Kangaroo, those dudes. I never liked that. I was like, oh, alright, when is the good stuff coming on? The cartoons would come on in the mornings. I'd wait for that, but I'd have to sit through, Romper Room. Romper Room theme song. Josh Courage, what's up? Good morning. Thanks for checking in, community. I'm also aware that we are also on the same time as the V Dads, or the Daily Dads. Okay. He's kind of crooked. That would be the way. That would be like the. Most people don't know, but like his legs, I believe, are, they're a different color of brown. If you look at the website again, go to all characters, O's, Optimistic Otter. You might not see it at first. But you see there the little brown, but you do see, and you don't see it on here because it's all one color, like gold. The way you would see it is if you went to the t-shirt of Optimistic Otter. One moment. There you go. Looks mean. Looks mean. It's having a grumpy time, but see the little color of the legs there. It's brown. And I don't know if that's one of the things you might forget to do. I think I nailed it. Did I draw his full body in this? Yeah, I did. Yeah. And I've elongated his body a little bit. I've stretched him out just a little bit, just because, But there, that's how you see those claws that he's got? He's got little nubbins. Little nubbin claws there. Okay. We got Ruthless Rob, what's going on? I saw you're going to be at the National, I think you said on X. Got the National coming up. Alright, let's try again. First color I see in the chat, I'll open. So, We'll call this orange or red, blue, pink. First color I see in the chat, I'm going to open. First one to put in letter. Pink. Got it. D. Coleman beat everybody. It's not fair because there's a delay over there on. There's a delay on YouTube. DJ don't know who did all the Series 2 art. Series 2 art. I'm not really sure. I think there was a Tokido people maybe. Be a question probably for Jeremy. He would know. AK would know. They didn't really like, put personalities behind the Series 2 art. I'd stick to the Series 2 art as much as I can, but it's definitely evolving, especially with you see. Anyways, we got the Heart Trooper bubblegum. Does not beat the Fearless Fairy bubblegum. No offense, Heart Trooper. But Fearless Fairy wins that one. But we have got sometimes I don't even know who drew what. We've got the stuff that's on the boxes. So we have Chris Slavin. I think Chris Slavin might have done the art on the like the pins and stuff. I don't know. Wasn't a whole lot of like promoting of artist names and stuff until I kind of came on board. It wasn't because of not for nothing. It was just now we have more personalities, putting our faces out there and stuff like that. And also some artists don't want to, the truth is some artists don't want to have their face out there. So it might be an illustrator at Tokido that, doesn't really want to be there. But yeah, definitely Tokido was a big part of Series 2. The toy designs and stuff like that. These things that you see, the mini 2-inch figurines, we're calling them. It was confusing because people would call these minis. These are not the minis. These are the minis. But these are the 2-inch figurines. This was a Macy's collab. And of course we also have the bigger guys behind me. Okay, so we've got a couple of those. Okay, let's get back to this idea here. Some type of software. Yeah, it was Tokido. Did somebody say a different type of character? Let's look through. I'm looking for different VeeFriends. The VeeFriends that would help you kind of clean out your life, spring clean your life or your friends. I have the regular cast. We got Cynical Cat, Optimistic Otter, but I'm looking for a couple other characters just to throw in the strip maybe, or try. Selfless Sloth, maybe. I'm gonna write it down. Selfless Sloth. Hippo. Make sense. It's a character that would be like showing up, helping you. So when I say help, I automatically go to helpful hippo. Self-aware hare. Yeah. I'm just gonna write hare here. Maybe I'll just try a couple different, poses during this. Organized ostrich. I also thought of that as well. When I was down the path of originally it was spring cleaning, like cleaning up your house, I was having ostrich like come in, but really she can also help you, organize your. I wrote something down. I forget where it's at. What did I say? That organized ostrich could help you. No, that's not it. Darn it. Oh, 1 second. I'm trying to find my notes. The ostrich would help you declutter. Where's got this dock that I use. Also might be funny like which one looks interesting to. I'm also thinking of the newspaper audience. Tidy Troll. Oh boy, that's a good one actually. Tidy Troll. Okay, let's mess with Tidy Troll. What I'm doing is I'm coming up with some like key poses for the strip. I already know kind of like the flow that it's going to go in. Someone's going to suggest like limiting your friends, and then the negative friends, and of course you got Cynical Cat, who's kind of negative. I wouldn't say he doesn't mean to be negative. Tidy Troll, let's do it. He's like sparkling. So I'm just gonna screenshot Tidy Troll. I'll do Tidy Troll. I'll probably get around to trying all those characters a little bit. Yeah, Mix123 said Tidy Troll as well. All right, so Tidy Troll is getting a lot of votes. That makes sense because it's spring cleaning, tidying up your friends list. You know, it's more about cleaning up your life rather than just yourself. So I also like to see how Gary did his, so I screenshot that. I think I've drawn Troll on a sketch once before, but I haven't drawn him in a comic strip yet. So maybe he makes his debut in the Sunday comic. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Why won't he? There we go. That's what I need. He looks very happy. He's got very clean teeth. All right. Hey, you're watching the VeeFriends live drawing table, drawing stream, coffee and comics, whatever we're calling it. This is me making comics live. VeeFriends is over 250 characters created to make soft skills and hard skills cool. Created by Gary Vaynerchuk. Each one was hand drawn by Gary first. Created by Gary V. We've got the VeeFriends cartoons. We've got the VeeFriends trading card game. We've got, well, you see me working on the newspaper strips right now. Turn that off. We've got Topps Chrome coming out May 7th, so that's very exciting. Everybody in the comics team has cards in there, sketch cards at least, but I've got a couple other things in there that you will see. The manga speckle cards that you're seeing, the manga style is definitely drawn by our comics team member Chris Faison, who is rocking it, Chris. That's right, Cynical Cat just needs some guidance and time. So yeah, that's what we're doing. If you're new here to the stream and liking the vibes, email us, comics@veefriends.com, especially if it's your first stream. Say hello. We'd like to maybe send you something as your first VeeFriends collectible. We'll have Corso hook you up with something if you're new. If you don't know who Corso is, you'll find out soon. Or just look up the Admiral news. All right. And what I'm working on is the Sunday comics, like I said. So I've got a few of those going on. This is a concept. Another concept over here happening about Ambitious Angel. So there's one with Ambitious Angel coming up. But I'm working on one that kind of came in ahead of that, which was spring cleaning. So Tidy Troll, I'm going to go ahead and move this over here and talk about Tidy Troll. I'm just going to move it in here. Why not? Just move it in there. Tidy Troll. And I like this version here, just to give a different pose, and then I'm going to do my version of Tidy Troll. Trolls live under bridges. Maybe it'd be funny if the troll was living under a desk or something. I'm going to start on the roughs again. I'm just going to do a little pose. sometimes coming up with the key visuals helps dictate the story that's going to happen. So he's got kind of a, I'm going to always do like an egg-shaped head there. But I'm going to draw small. What do I say to do? Draw small. And, oh darn it. I'm just getting the pose. I think like he's going to be like coming out from underneath a desk. Now that I said it. So we got this like pose here. His ears will be up here. He's got some crazy hair. The nose, of course. Big nose. He's going to help you clean up your friends list. Tidy it up. Tighten it up. I've had to do that, you know. It's just whether it's, you know, a lot of people do it because of politics and stuff, but I also have like just negative friends. I have some negative friends. And, you know, there's different things you can do on some people don't know you can like limit your, you know, you can say like take a break from this person or something like that. You can do that. I just kind of wanted to be peeking up out of a desk. All right, so I've got this little pose. I'm gonna blow this pose up. He could be cleaning floors. He could be doing something, but I'm gonna fade that out. This is how I always, you know, especially when I'm ideating, coming up with ideas. That means, you know, like just brainstorming, having fun, talking to you guys, troll hiding under perpetuity playground. All right, couldn't say that word. Well, Josh, you can't. I just appreciate people popping in and saying hello. You know, so thanks for popping in, Josh. One of the pillars of the VeeFriends community. I think Cynical Cat just needs some guidance. Yep. We're live on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and X, actually. But these are the three main channels for VeeFriends Comics. You're going to want to check those out. We draw a little bit more of Tidy Troll here, and then we'll go check out. So he's got kind of a odd nose. It's big. He's got a big nose. Kind of like a Groucho Marx nose. I'm gonna over exaggerate the mouth a little bit, but I wanted to be happy. I want him to be happy. Little cheek there. He has purple eyes, which is interesting. There's a couple characters with purple eyes. Only a couple. You know, I feel like a lot of the character choices, if I look at this, honestly, were probably made very quickly and very randomly. Like, there's a lot of people with just brown eyes. So I don't feel like they kind of looked at Gary's drawing and kind of just was kind of a fast-paced designing of them. That's kind of the feeling. I don't know that for sure, but I kind of get that feeling just from studying the character designs a bit. But they're good. They definitely have a character to them. And as we develop these characters, they'll evolve and change a little bit. As you can see in that, you can see that a lot in the VeeFriends cartoons, the cartoon series for kids. they look way different than the Series 2 art. That's a pretty good Tidy Troll, actually, I gotta say. So, yeah. Tidy Troll needs a shirt, man. Is he, like, ripped? He's freaking ripped. He's jacked. I think I'm gonna emphasize that a little bit, maybe. He's working out, all that cleaning. All that cleaning he's doing. Yeah, Chris Faison killing it with the... You haven't even seen everything we're doing yet. And wait till you see the comic book. You know, for those that are asking, have asked me, I've said it before, how Chris got the job at VeeFriends was I was given this cover from J. Scott Campbell and kind of challenged to come up with a story around these characters. And so I did. I wrote a comic book. I wrote the comic book. It's based on, you know, the VeeFriends vibe, all that stuff. Kind of Gary challenged me to kind of put a story to the whole thing. And Chris Faison I brought in because I didn't have time to draw everything. I was drawing daily strips at the time, and we needed this pretty fast. And I was like, well, I know a guy. I know a guy who... It always happens when I work for places. They're like, DJ, can we find someone like you? And I'm like, well, there's no one really like me. Like, exactly like me. But work ethic wise, and his cartooning skills, and his range of art that he's able to do, I would say we are very similar in that regard. But the cartooning is just really, really, really good. And so, roads, where we're going, we don't need roads. Yeah. So I'm excited about that. So like that just turned into like, first it was just a freelance gig for Chris, and then we liked his art so much we were like, can we do more? And I think around right before New York Comic Con, you know, and Gary had, that's really interesting how all this stuff comes together. So the story of the manga cards or whatever would be that right before New York Comic Con, only a few weeks before or so, Gary had this idea, and Gary said, DJ, I want 25 stickers from you, 25 from Chris, and in a manga style. So, or no, he said, do you know anybody that draws like a manga style fast? And I was like, I don't really know anybody that's fast that can draw like a manga style or anime style kind of thing. I was looking around at different artists I knew, and they were all kind of very busy and slow, but we need these fast. And I'm like, well, Chris, can you do it? And then so Chris jammed out the stickers. We loved them, and I would say they're more like Kodomo. If you look up manga, so let's get into that. We'll talk about that for a minute too, because I think there's some distinction between, you know, anime, calling something anime or manga, and this looks too. I don't want him to look like sexy. I didn't mean that. Like he's wearing like Daisy Dukes or something. I don't know. He's got a nice butt. It's not that. That was not the. You know. Was not the intended, but let's mess it up with this big troll foot. Do that. Oops, the wrong foot too. All right, so it's got this foot. So it's little toe, big toe, 4 toes. All right, there we go. We've made it less sexy by putting a big troll foot on there. So, all right, he's kind of just coming out of the desk. Oh wow, I got derailed there. Anyways, we hired Chris Faison to do that job for New York Comic Con. We loved the designs so much, and the top stuff was in the works, and we're like, wait, what if we did a whole set of these for the Topps Chrome? And so they asked, Gary's like, can he draw a bunch more? I'm not going to say how many more because it'll spoil it, but so he drew a bunch in that style. Now, when we call things, it definitely wasn't. So this is a little education for everybody because most people don't know this. But anime means animation, and mostly animation from Japan. This is a little lesson for you guys, I guess. Animation, Japan. Okay, anime, an animated series. So, not having an animated series in that style and calling them anime is kind of not the correct thing, okay? So, manga is comics in Japan. Okay? From Japan. And they're distinguished only by not just the style. The style has a certain look, usually with the really big eyes and the 4 panels or something per page. The comics are a little bit smaller. They're like kind of called manga size. And manga comics, how we read comics from right to left, in true manga comics, they read from, or we read from left to right is what I mean. Manga comics read from right to left. So the first page of the comic is on the back of the book. You might not know that. So if you go pick up some One Piece or Chainsaw Man or something like that from like Barnes & Noble, you'll notice that this is the cover, and the first page you read backwards. That's a true manga, right? But manga just means comics, and manga was always influenced by American comics. American comics came first. But manga has a lot of different genres, okay? And they do a lot more romance, sports, all that stuff. They still do sci-fi and superhero stuff, but horror, all that, right? Comic books have that too. Regular American comics have that, but manga, really, that's what makes manga different. So there's different styles of manga. Let's just look it up. I'm sure if I go styles of manga, right? Manga styles, manga art styles. There's ones particularly that, like Digimon or something like that. We're going to look at it. So when most people think manga, they might think, the big eyes and the angular faces and stuff like that. If you type in Kodomo, so I'm going to do Kodomo. Kodomo is a specific style. It's like the cuter like animals. So actually Pokemon is a Kodomo style, right? So if we just click this, 10 best character designs in Kodomo anime. And Kodomo is also anime, right? So, but it's a style. So you've got the funny animal characters, right? Even like chibi kind of. Look, that's, if you saw that, you might go, that's not. But it is, right? So manga actually has quite a range of styles. And you don't have to be Japanese to make manga. There are quite a few. Oh, here we go. Digimon. I think this is Digimon, right? Yeah, Digimon. Right. So the style's a little bit different than Pokemon, just a little bit, but similar. This is cool. Jibanyan. And then, of course, Astro Boy. It's like old school Kodomo style, So there's a whole range anyways. Oh, yeah. I mean, Studio Ghibli or whatever is really good stuff. Totoro. really fun. And of course, we say Pokemon a lot. We've got a lot of different animal creatures and stuff like that. So that's where, if you're confused about manga, whatever, but stay tuned because we've got a lot of comics coming out. Comics, and you know, we've got a lot of stuff coming out for that. So stay tuned. We've received over 100 messages in the Restream chats. That's great. Thank you for your comments, chatting up. Slowly singing through this music, lol. It's just the repeat. I gotta get a new soundtrack because it's the same music, but yeah. So okay, cool. Tidy Troll. There he is. Hey guys. Hey guys. Who else did we say? Oh wait, I guess I got it right here. Ostrich, alright. We'll grab the ostrich. I've drawn the ostrich before, but we're just going to go to the main website. I'm going to show you again. Kind of educates people, because people even told me on these streams, they're like, they had no idea that the characters were in alphabetical order. Go to O, ostrich, organized ostrich. Drawn him once, or her once before. Is a female, by the way. Organized ostrich. Bang. You can also see here, we're going to take a look real fast. Any character that has a comic tagged, there she is. I can click that just to see how I've, you know, drawn her before. Didn't do the full body. We'll try to do a full body. I'm just going to grab some of these for reference. Go back to the character page. Click this. I like to see the t-shirt design too, just because it is the different pose. By the way, t-shirt's still available. Get them while you get these designs while you can before they go away. You never know when they might get replaced. So if you've been thinking about it, you should get one soon. Just saying. All right, back to so what I'm doing here, by the way, if you're just watching, is I'm just coming up with some key poses for the spring cleaning strip that I'm about to do. And I'll take the next. Well, I'm just going to go ahead and get into it, actually. I'm going to get into it. I'll cut this. Cut and paste. This is fine. Turn that off. I'll leave the troll in here just because I need his color scheme later on. And then I'm going to open up, I'm going to turn back on my grid for the comic strip and this grid. I'm going to get rid of our characters here for a second. And now I'm going to focus on the layout of what could be happening. I have an idea for the for the layout of this comic. So I'm going to zoom into this, what we call the thumbnail. It's in the very center. I know I always want like this top part to be kind of a header for VeeFriends. And in this case, I want the words VeeFriends kind of in dust. Like it's been carved out of the dust with fingers, right? And maybe even a finger coming in to like draw the VeeFriends in the dust, like a dirty window. Because this comic strip again will be about spring cleaning. And then the twist is it's not just about spring cleaning your house. It would be, spring cleaning your life. It's okay if I'm a little bit off. Right. Because I can always grab this. This is just a rough, so you can't make any mistakes in the rough. I could put anything I want on here. The whole idea is I'm just kind of figuring out, you know, that. And I think over here it makes sense that the character has just drawn their words. So I'm gonna put like a finger right there. And if we know VeeFriends, we'll know that this is optimistic otter, maybe. That should be like this part of his finger. Gonna do that, or the other thing I had was the character heads kind of coming in, going like, so like having a cynical cat going like, bah, this place is dirt, this is filthy. This place is filthy. You know, blah blah blah. And then over here, maybe they'd say, it's time for spring cleaning. You know, maybe I have otters head saying that here. Clean up. Spring cleaning is what I should say, because it's the whole idea. Note. It's very shorthand, just very like blah blah blah. This is where that bubble would go. Probably our titles here in the dust. You know, like that. And then we've got a tier here. We call these tiers. So tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. So I have up to 9 panels to use, and I always want. Well, with the comic strips, I kind of want to reserve the bottom tier for the ending. So we've been doing a lot of these type of deals here where, as a theme, there's usually a newspaper that gives some headlines at the bottom. So I want that bottom tier to be kind of like the outro call to action. Come watch us live on the stream. That kind of thing. Josh, we'll see you later. I probably missed him saying goodbye, but goodbye. Brian Miller, what's going on? A lot of people working out in the morning, watching us, listening to us. I've had a lot of people say that they're working out, running. I'm like, how do you watch the stream when you run? I don't know. You know? Right? So yeah, I'm working on a concept here for one of the next upcoming Sundays, and this one's spring cleaning concept. So I'm just really roughing it out. You've already seen me draw some of the key, you know, things. I'm not going to write it, really, but we'll start working on this header. I'm just going to loosely figure this part out. Sometimes it would be a lot longer, like if I'm not on the stream talking to you, I might experiment a bit more. I might do things like bump up that penciling and go like, what if our key image was like right here sitting really large? You know, what if the key image is there? And maybe we do that. You know, maybe he's got the spray bottle here. He doesn't want to clean. Something like that. You see, and then these would be the 4 panels. 1, 2, 3, 4. It could be. I might experiment with that. Nice big image of the cat. TJ, am I going to be at the National this year? I think so, but I haven't made any plans yet. But I'd imagine I went to National last year, so maybe go for a couple days. You see what I'm talking about here? Why not take that whole panel and make it like a big hero image? It could be interesting. I don't know if that's the image or not, though. The cat sitting there with his stuff, sitting amongst the dirt. Oh yeah, like I also wanted him to have a coffee. He's like, I don't have time. I don't have time to clean up. I got stuff to do. You know, so he's like, I'm like, ain't nobody got time for that kind of thing. So sometimes just sketching like this, you'll hear the characters speak like, ain't nobody got time for spring cleaning. And I also thought maybe the joke could be at the end, as they're talking about, you also gotta, clean up your life and get rid of your, limit your cynical friends. And he's like, what do you mean? And then like he's like, oh, I see what you're doing here. Right. So I'll take something like that. We'd always have a panel at the end here. The QR code. Maybe the newspaper will go here. Newspaper headlines will go this way this time. Or maybe we'll put the newspaper headline up there. Could be. But I'll take this whole thing and I'll just blow it up to, about the size of the header, I guess. Something like that. And I'll just fade it out really light. It's just there for my reference purpose, and I'll take off that little mini layout there. Also fade out these other lines. Let's see. Which one should I open? These are the pencil toppers. I'm going to open one. I've opened 2 so far. First color that I see in the chats, and I'm going to close my eyes. And I'm going to look in a second. I won't look at the screen, but put your color that you'd like in the chat. I'm going to look in a minute. Let me know which one you want. And the first color I see when I look up, I'm going to get. I'm not looking yet. I'm waiting. I'm giving YouTube a second because it's like a 10-second delay. And then I'm going to look at all the chats and go, phew. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Yellow. Yellow is the first word I saw. Yellow it is. I see a lot of purples. A lot of people want that purple. A lot of people want purple. These little capsules. All right, let's see who's in this. Let's see who's hiding in this season 2 mini. The little game I play is, can it beat the Fearless Fairy? And how I do that is, we've got rarities in these VeeFriends minis. So I'm looking for detailed, but we have bubblegum, we've got lava, gold, diamond. Been pulling a lot of bubblegum lately. For a while I was hitting like details all the time. Little mini break. Oh, we've got a detailed, passionate parrot. Who said that, Yellow? Oh, it was Facin. I didn't even see the name of who said it. Facin said Yellow over on TikTok. We've got a detailed, passionate parrot. Let's go. Heck yeah. Let's get zoom. We can zoom real close to him. No one's ever seen the passionate parrot mini this close before. This is the power of this stream. But these little tiny molds, all little hand painted for these detailed ones, but really cool. Passionate parrot. I actually have an idea for passionate parrot. So it's passionate parrot, courageous cockatoo, and curious crane. All three together are helping a person find their passion by curiosity, being courageous, and trying something that you haven't done before. Like it's like the three birds. These three birds together are like a superpower. You know, they unlock your passion for, you know. And if you don't know, you just get curious and brave and courageous, and there you go. A lot of people said the blue, wanted the blue ball. All right, let's work on this one. I'll bring back my pencils now. I'm gonna move these guys down because I will use these images to some extent, and we're gonna put Tidy Troll in this as well. I'll work it out. Sometimes it's just about working it out. You know, the idea is there. By the way, if you're looking for the newspaper, lee.net/markets is where you're gonna find it. And real quick, while we're at it, following us on VeeFriends Comics, at VeeFriends Comics on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. See, I got my timer. I was right on time. New comic strip is up right now over on Instagram and over on VeeFriends Instagram. We've got this kid's grayed out. He's working in a big crowd, got a lot of noise. If you've ever been to the big city rush hour, there's just people everywhere. Lots of noise. I like the noise sound effects. This is by Chris Facin, who we were just talking about on the comics team. He'll be on some streams soon. We're going to get him cooking. Go to this comic, like this comic, comment that you're here watching live. But the idea is this kid is, you know, doesn't make much of a difference. And Empathy Elephant sees him in the crowd, puts his little trunk on his shoulder and says, like, I see you. He says, you do? And now his color's coming in. Absolutely. It's easy to feel lost in the world, but that doesn't mean you don't matter. Let me say that again. Absolutely. It's easy to feel lost in the world, but that doesn't mean you don't matter. So the whole picture here you can see is kid feels kind of grayed out, lost. Empathy Elephant sees him. We've talked a little bit about it. It'll become more clear as we tell more stories with the character, but Empathy Elephant has the kind of power to tell when someone's feeling a certain way, like this kid here. Not seen. So get over here, like this, and comment that you're here live over on Instagram. Really appreciate that. I kept that thing up too long, but there you go. Good looking cartooning here from our man Chris Facin. Okay. Dom, what's up? Burge, how's it going? Brian, Burge. We broke the 500 view mark this morning. It's 9:20. I got 10 minutes. Set timer for 10 minutes. So
10 minutes. Counting down.
We want VeeFriends written in the dirt, kind of dust. This place is filthy. I don't know what the lettering will be yet. Because like I said, sometimes you have the idea. The idea is spring cleaning your house and your life. Like cleaning out your friends, your bad friends, limiting negativity, that kind of thing. And I'm just going to use the whole tier up here. I'm not going to do the double size thing like I've been doing. I just want to use this tier. And I think I can, I can do most of this in the coloring mode, like making it look like someone smeared, like wiped it with their finger. Or might just do that art-wise, too. So here, I'm just going to try it. I'm just going to try something really quick. Like, what if we go to the color background and we just go ahead and make the dust or the dirt like brown. We'll do a rectangle here, a large rectangle. I'm just curious. We're just going to experiment here. I'm going to fill this whole thing up with like a dirty color, and I'm going to isolate it so that we stay on this layer. Turn off these words. Turn on my dirty gouache brush here, and also got to think about the fact that it's in the newspaper, so I'm just going to get in here and mess this up like this. I'm going to duplicate this layer, actually, and I'm going to put gray underneath, like that. And the idea here would be that I could smudge with a different type of brush, but we'll get there in a second. Do just kind of like blend, make it look dirty. Not, maybe gray is a better choice, actually. I'm gonna go to saturation. Oh, that's kind of a nice color there. But we can do the saturation down to that. Because dust is kind of like gray, And then what if we take a brush then? I'm going to duplicate this just so I don't lose that. Turn that off. And then I'm going to find a different brush. Probably this brush might work pretty well. I'm going to use an eraser brush. We'll get into oil, because your fingers are a little bit oily, So what I'm doing is I'm erasing the gray. And we'll just kind of, as if we're it's tricky because, wait one sec. I gotta put the pencils back above that. Or this above that. There we go. I just want to have a little guide for the erasing. You see? Got it. We're just experimenting. There's really no wrong way of doing it, but this is mostly for the spacing to make sure that my letters fit on the page. And this brush is interesting. This oil brush just kind of looks dirty. rough and I might scrap this whole thing, but it's fun to experiment and have those, happy accidents, just like Uncle Bob used to say. And then drawing the little hand, like smudging it, might be cool. And then, making it a little bit more dirty would be also a key here. So like if I actually remove that layer, you can see what I'm doing there. It's fun, but I'll just do like a speckled brush, maybe like a little bit more, not Kirby Crackle, but we got a million brushes to use, so dry texture brush would be good. Same color, I want to darken that. See if we get some. Just put some dirt on the edges, or even like right along the thing, and then I might actually just go to my smooth train brush, or my old school inker brush is what I use, and change the little tone, maybe more towards that, and we'll just get in there and like, it's like dirty, dusty. Like the little random. I'll also change that to a little. Just some like random. Not too much, just enough. Dom says, when are we going to see Corso drawing a comic? We won't. Tweeter Comics, good morning. Hey, thanks for watching over on VeeFriends, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. Yeah, Rob T, that's exactly right. Like writing VeeFriends in a dirty car or truck window. But in this case, it would be just kind of a desk or something that they're rubbing their finger onto, I guess you could say. And then I feel pretty confident actually about just getting on this ink layer and inking up this hand that's coming in. It's the otter's finger. You want this part of his finger to be rubbing the dust away. Uh-oh, my do not disturb is off. That means my time is up. I'm just gonna have it going completely off panel. One knuckle here. Change my my eraser brush back to the regular eraser brush. There we go. Well, cool. We've drawn a little bit today. This is only 90 minutes, went by really fast as we're ideating some of this spring cleaning strip. And I'll have a lot more of this on Friday. Did the kind of like dirty header, wiping the dust. I can also decide like if I want to change the color of that surface underneath just by going to hue saturation and kind of changing it, I think. You know, or maybe like a lighter blue. That's too much. I like the light. That's fine. That's looking good. All right, everybody. This is the VeeFriends comic stream you've been watching. Make sure you follow us on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok for the main channels. Let us know that you were watching live. I'll be back here tomorrow on Whatnot for an hour or so with Corso on the Whatnot app, and back on Friday morning, 8 a.m. Comics and Coffee. We'll see how long we stream, and then I'll see you over there. Scan the questions real quick. There's some comments just to make sure I don't miss anybody. Oh, let's open up the blue. We'll open up the blue to go out of here, off the stream. I always open 5, so we got Passionate Parrot. A detailed one automatically beats Parrot. We've got a gold adaptable alien that beats the Parrot. Gold adaptable alien. And one more. Let's do one more, because that's 5. I like to open up 5 per stream. It's like one of these days, I might just do a giveaway of some of the detailed ones that I've opened on the stream. We've got a bubblegum Be the Bigger Person. That's a bubblegum version of, not bubblegum to chew, but just smells like bubblegum. Be the bigger person today in your life. Looks like the adaptable alien got, I dropped him on the floor and now he's all fuzzy. Boy, oh boy. There he is. He looks a little, he's still got some hair, like the little fuzzies from the carpet there. Gotta clean, gotta vacuum up this mess in here. Great, awesome. Well, I'll see you back here tomorrow with Corso on the drawing board on Whatnot, and then Friday. We'll see you soon, guys. We'll see you soon. Oh, yeah. VeeFriends is forever. We'll see you soon. Bye. Why you're not famous? Well, who wants to be famous? Fame is